Hi, welcome to Invictus Motors. We've got Adil. He's here to purchase this Porsche 718 GTS. But actually the story began with Najib, his brother, contacting me about wanting to get a Porsche 911, and he just wanted a bit of advice and potentially to see if we could actually source him a Porsche 911. And I'll just let Najib speak, because this video is actually more about you guys, your experience, you buying a Porsche, driving a Porsche. So it's viewers to kind of talk about. So just tell us about your journey, really.
So we were looking for a 718 GTS. They're quite rare, very specialist cars, hard to come by. We'd had given up on buying a 718 GTS. I had a chat with Bash about a 911, and then after that talk, we managed to source this car that we're really looking forward to test driving today.
Actually, what I would say is that I started looking at the 718 Cayman. I was looking at a flat 4 2-litre, and then I actually came across on YouTube one of Bashir's videos, and he was reviewing a 718 Cayman S. Yeah. And I said to my brother, saying, look at this guy, he's got a 718, and he's saying this is a really good car. So I was actually saying to him, I was like, you know, we should look at one of these. And then I went and saw an old Cayman GTS, the naturally aspirated one, but I wanted something a little bit newer. So then we went back and forth, and then just so happened that we came across Bashir, and then you know, I suppose I saw that as a bit of a sign. And he's been great, and he sources the car, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, car looks lovely, just as expected, just as described. It's the first time we've seen it. The deal's been done over the phone. So Bash is the top guy, he's trustworthy.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, it doesn't happen every day, like for somebody to ring you to say, okay, could you source me that car? And I appreciate it, you know, when someone does trust you and says, look, go ahead and find me this. And I was very fortunate, I was so lucky. When I had this offered by the Porsche retail group, I was like, this is what you want. How the hell, I mean, what's going on here? It was just lining up too well. And then it was a really good price as well. They weren't asking for like too much, and I thought it was going to be a good deal for you guys.
I know, I appreciate it.
Something good for my business. So if you guys are out there interested and are serious in me sourcing a car, I know I said £1,000 like non-refundable deposit, because once I say yes to it, it's to my name. But you know, if there were issues with the car, if there was something wrong with the car, I'd say, mate, it's not for you guys.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to fall out with you over a grand. Here's your grand back.
That's right. Yeah.
But I think what we want to do next, naturally, is just for Adil to drive it.
Please.
And then once we get back from a test drive with Adil, obviously hear his story, hear what the car's like, and give me some feedback on the car. And then obviously Najib will come in and take it out for another test drive with me.
Perfect.
So let's get on with it.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that's beautiful, that.
Heated seats.
Do you know my wife?
Yeah.
Is going to get really cheesed off with the heated steering wheel. Her car, I said had a heated steering wheel, and when I bought it, I realised it didn't. Yeah.
Nice.
After a year, she said to me, how do you turn the heated steering wheel on? I said, it doesn't have a heated steering wheel.
Oh God. She wanted one with a heated steering wheel.
But she's got this now, hasn't she? So.
So she drives as well?
Yeah, of course she will.
Sorry,
yeah.
And you've got kids as well, listen.
We've got 2, yeah. They won't be allowed in it. My son,
this is
actually,
yours.
honestly, Bashir, my son, I think he gets it from his uncle, Najib, but he is so excited about getting this car. He's so excited. He's 6 years old. I don't know why. I don't even know how he knows what a Porsche is, but he's so excited about it.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Over here, Rian. It's up there. You want to take it home? Yeah. You excited? Yeah, come on then. Let's get you in. Are you looking forward to driving it home?
Yeah.
Why do you want Daddy to have a Porsche?
Well, you did look at it first, but...
Are you happy?
Yeah, but I am happy about you getting a Porsche, but you were looking at it first.
Okay.
Well, I liked it when, like, the seats, it moved, like the seats, they've got a motion, like the seats feel like they're moving backwards. So,
oh, when Daddy put his foot down on the car?
Yeah, and then they move backwards because of how fast we're going.
Okay. We weren't breaking the speed limit though, were we?
Yeah. No, we weren't. So not.
Right, do you like this car then?
Yeah.
Shall we keep it?
Yes, because you already bought it. You just bought it literally yesterday.
Okay. You happy with the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he say to Uncle Bashir?
Thank you.
Okay. Do they? So, you know when they do the options with the,
Yeah.
because it comes as standard with Alcantara, right? Do they,
They
then
do come,
upgrade
yeah.
it to leather? Is that what they do, or? But I thought the Alcantara was the.
So the Alcantara and leather is just part of the GTS.
Yeah,
It's part of
yeah.
the standard GTS package that you get. But you could then like do things like the heated steering wheel, the sports seats,
Yeah.
the sports seats plus the Bose sound system. I didn't even know that the Apple CarPlay is also not standard.
Right.
And from memory, I checked. I think this has Apple CarPlay as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Not wireless, you know.
Okay, right.
Got to have the.
I can
USB.
pair it to my phone and
Yes.
things like that. Right. Okay, that's
You
fine.
can. And then, you know, when you want, you can
Open it up a bit.
open it up, put your foot down.
I drive like an elderly man, so.
It's okay. It's alright.
Right there.
And if you actually lift your foot off the throttle pedal,
Yeah.
you could use the left pedal shift, drop it 2 gears. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 40 here, isn't it?
Yeah. So whenever you're dropping gears, foot off the throttle, the accelerator.
And then.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. If you're in fourth and you're doing like 30 miles an hour, you can even drop it as far down as
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
second gear. And if you want to engage with the car, feel free, you know, feel
Right.
free to express yourself through the car. Foot off the throttle pedal, drop it a gear, drop it 2 gears. Yeah. And then if you want to put it up a gear manually, you can use the right side pedal shift. Or if you just want to leave it as is, it will actually automatically just go back in auto
yeah.
mode. And I think sometimes you see me illustrate that in the video,
Yeah.
and I kind of do that repetitively. And I'm driving it, I wouldn't say aggressively in any way, form or shape, but I'm just using the tools provided to me.
With the car, yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
It's so good to hear,
Yeah.
honestly.
So beautiful.
And I'm so glad that, you know, you found the motivation and the courage. And I think I know you said you're 44, am I right?
No, I'm not 44. I'm
Yeah.
40. I just
You're
turned 40. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And your brother is
He's 43. Is he 44? No, I think he's 44 now. Yeah, he turned 44.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's older, yeah?
He's older, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I confused the age between you two.
No, to be honest with you, I think we get it from our dad. I mean, my dad he worked in a takeaway, you know, we were small, he worked a takeaway all the way until he retired. It's a hard life, and I think he just, you know, I told him that, look, Dad, I'm going to buy a Porsche. And he's never been so, you know, he's never been so happy.
Wow.
And he takes great pride, doesn't he, you know, when he sees his children, you know, just bettering themselves, isn't it?
Wow.
Not with the cars, just
Yeah,
generally.
just life.
Yeah, just life, isn't it?
Kids, getting
You know,
married, having your own roof
This is
over your
it.
heads.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what every father wants, isn't it? Every parent wants that.
I'm so glad that I get to play a role, that, you know, we as a business get to play a role in that experience.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
And what attracted you to Porsche? What was the thing that kind of said, look, I want to get myself a Porsche? And then obviously later down the line, you were like a 718 GTS. And
I mean, you know, I'll be honest with you, Bashir, I think it's a case of, you know, you worked really hard, and I think my wife, she said, you know, the few things that I did, and my wife said, look, you know what it is, Adil, I think it's about time that you know, you get yourself a nice car, and you know, I immediately asked the Porsche. You know, my brother had one when he was a lot younger, and I always liked it. And then I started looking at the types, and then I saw the Cayman, saw the old one, I saw the 718, and I thought, well, you know, I really like, aesthetically, I like the 718.
yeah.
And then I started looking at 718s. Originally went to a flat 4, a 2 litre. It wasn't really my cup of tea. Then I had a look at the GTS. I liked it. Took the Cayman S. But it just, I kept coming back to the 718 GTS, and that's really why I found it.
So you kind of kept coming back to a 718.
I did. I just kept coming back to it. I even asked my friends. I said, you know, what would you rather have, a naturally aspirated car, or would you get a newer 2.5 with a turbo?
Yeah.
And my friends were like, if you know, get this, they were in two minds about it as well. But in the end, I was like, well, aesthetically, I like the newer look, you know, to the 718. Even though the naturally aspirated ones, they sound amazing. But I think this is, you know, and I took it as a sign as well when you actually found this car for me.
Yeah.
I was really happy.
Thank you. I'm really, really pleased. When you said to me you're looking for like sort of a black on black, sort of like a black pack,
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, we've got, and it was at such a good value. I mean, just to kind of put it out there. I hope you don't mind me sharing that.
Fine.
But I mean, this has done 53,000 miles. Yeah, okay. One might argue slightly high mileage for a Porsche 6 years old. But you do what, 5,000 miles at best, probably a year?
Probably not even that. You know, probably about 3. For me, it's just taking it out occasionally. Probably go to the gym in it, come back, you know, go do my shopping, and then that's it. Really, for me.
Yeah. With all the prep work included, £41,000.
Yeah.
That's, you know, 2 new tyres at the back. They were at 2 mil, which is, you did the smart thing to want to replace them, and of course the service that was done.
And then the car set, isn't it? So I mean, for me, that's, you know, it's hassle free now.
Yeah, it is hassle free. Absolutely. If you ever need any advice, you ever need to bring it down for servicing, I could have all the parts ready if your brother is coming down.
Yeah.
And I could give him a car to run down to London in and leave it with me
Perfect.
for a couple of hours. So when he's headed back, and I know it might be a bit of a detour for him.
No, he loves coming down here anyway.
Yeah.
But no, I would really like to come back, especially in this. The people said it might feel a bit uncomfortable. I feel really comfortable in this car.
We can make it a bit uncomfortable with the PASM.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So if you press that, I'll let you do it, and that stiffens the dampers.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can feel it straight away, can't you?
Immediate, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the 718, you're kind of looking forward to it from an aesthetic point of view. You're like, that's what I want.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
It looks, the design's a little bit smoother and less chunkier than the old one. And you know, I can keep it for a little bit longer as well. You know, I don't think it looks dated. It looks like quite a modern car. So.
I mean, you could keep it, do another 10, 15,000 miles in it.
This is it. Yeah.
And trust me, at the £41,000 you paid for it, it would still be worth that in 2-3 years' time. You know, sometimes it doesn't make any sense to me how the 718 Cayman S's are selling for 45 grand. Yeah. For 43 grand. I'm like, how? Why are these people not looking at GTS?
Yeah.
You know, I find it very bizarre, and you know, sometimes I see a person spending 45 grand on a 718 Cayman S, and and I remember thinking to myself, but if you stretch by 3 grand, and obviously the values on them have slightly dropped. I'll be honest with you, but not to like a huge degree. Whereas if you actually look at a 4-year-old 981 GTS, they're going for 40, 41, 44 grand. You know, that's the kind of prices the older generations are selling for.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah. So these are never going to, you know, fall below that anyway. And you can park it right here.
Park it here.
And then sort of like the parking procedure, the best way to put it is put it in neutral, just slide this forward in neutral, and just press the handbrake
Do you press it down?
Yeah, no, press it, yeah. And now you put it in parked.
Oh, now you put it in
Yeah.
park. Right,
And
perfect.
then, yeah, if you take your foot off the brake, you're absolutely fine. Normally, this is the correct procedure of actually putting in park.
So is this the
Yeah,
way to do it?
Correct.
Right.
You can leave it running. Let me get in the Jeep.
Right,
That
perfect.
way, there's no point. That way, it's actually kind of good for the turbos, for the car to idle, because it just allows the turbos to cool down.
Right.
So if you ever come from like a spirited drive,
Yeah.
let it idle for 30 seconds before you turn it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.